nice dinner, did some IKEA stuff, I'm still living in IKEA hell. And now, do you hear this? No? Okay. Um, let's see and wait when the neighbors will bang on the door, but oh, so tired, but let's totally do it. So we stopped here. We ran this. Remember, we just fixed the background thingy here, which was visible here, and this looks nice. And while you were gone, I ran this, and you can actually see here Fastlane says it saved me 15 minutes. So naturally, I had to run this on the new laptop, and there it says it saved me 6 minutes. So it's more than twice as fast, almost 3 times as fast, which should make development a lot easier and a lot smoother. So yeah, um, as we said, second part for today. So I'm not doing the whole intro thing and plan for today. Plan for today. Let's wrap the title screen and yeah, investing some time. Let's rephrase that as fix iPhone Pro 11 Max loading slash title screen. And that is the goal for today. So, no, here. So this is a goal, leftover goal for today. So if you remember, this is actually faked in the overlays, and we had some magic zoom to make it kind of zoom to the correct size in both axes, and this works for the small, almost 4:3 screens, and it works for the big 4:3 screens, and it works for the kind of slightly longer screens, but it totally starts to fall apart here. And the reason simply being, let me go back to, it's still open. So when we did this, this were the screen resolutions, and the Pro Max isn't even on here. And remember, we had to go here to actually see it. So I opened this page on my second screen, so I have the numbers here for cheating while I talk through something. So let's go back here, and it's pretty obvious why this is happening. So I loaded the fish screen loading screen in here, and I'm gonna scribble into it. So the first device we support is the by size, it's iPhone 8 Plus. So the iPhone 8 Plus has a screen resolution of 1080 by 1920, and this will not be pixel perfect. I'm just gonna roughly aim for it. So I don't get sizes for the boxes in Krita. So if you look at it, it's this bubble here and this rock here. So this here. Let me see. It's slightly. Maybe I have to change the pen. Sorry about that. Let's make this kind of green. So it's this bubble here below the plank, and then the corner of that rock. So this bubble here below the plank. So this is what we see on the iPhone 8 Plus, and I hope it's visible on the stream. Let me preview that here so I'm not talking through my nose again. And I have a slight delay, so you can see that tiny green line there. Maybe use it different. Let's use this. So this is the area we see on the iPhone 8 Plus, and then on the Pro 12.9-inch second generation, we do the same trick. We have the uppercase of this circle with the bubble and the same rock. It's just higher. So we have so you basically see let's look into this. You basically see roughly the whole picture. So the scaling here works pretty solid. Let me redo that in a different color. So here the scaling, the zoom works just like 1-to-1. And then we have the iPad Pro third generation. And there, I think, if I look at the resolutions, yeah, we have roughly this same look. So I'm not gonna draw in the yellow again. But then we have the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and you can see it's the same bubble here and the same rock here, but the screen is much longer, so it kind of let's make this red, because this is actually the one that's kind of annoying. So this is how it's stretched here, and we have an overlay template somewhere for the artist, but that's the old version, which doesn't show the problem. So it's basically stretching it so far that the safe zone probably should have been. So how do I do this? Let me still getting used to Krita, so sorry about that. But let's say when we defined this, we kind of said this is a safe zone, and this was fine before the Pro existed. So actually, we kind of said this is kind of the safe zone where the important stuff should be. And that worked, but now you see probably with the Pro Max, the safe zone should be roughly more like this, which would have ensured that the fish and the coins and the plank is inside this frame, so it doesn't look super ugly on the ultra wide device. Camera is not there anymore. Ultra wide device, so. But that would mean we have a lot of blank space up and down here on the other devices. So I'm not sure that we can get away with all devices have the same image and we just tweak the layout anymore. So good that I have been drawing on a separate layer. Let's just copy this and then undo everything and create a new layer and just paste in here. It pasted a new layer. Nice. So we can toss this layer. So what we could do is we could copy this and actually paste it in above and paste it in above. And now let me see. I could do this in GIMP blindly, but what we need to do is kind of make sure the fish is in the safe zone. So this would be one solution. So if nope, sorry about that. Let's cut a hole in here. I don't care. It's just for visualizing purposes. So this is the old version. Wait, my hole is. Sorry. So let us cut a hole here in our safe zone. Let us cut a hole in our new leash. This should have been the safe zone thing. And this is just for... Wait, why is my... Oh, my bad. This is not the selection box. This is a rectangle tool. So how do I do a selection here? This is what I wanted. Sorry, switching tools and streaming with it. It's not the smartest of ideas. So you cut a hole in here and you see this was an old version which kind of is cut off, and this would be the new version which would be much better. Problem here, the artist would kick my ass because it's all squished together. So another option would be to, let's duplicate this layer. The other option would be to make it smaller. So select this whole layer with the transformation, make this. I'm pretty sure there's a... So I'm holding shift so I get the aspect correct scaling. So do it like this roughly. Do it like this. And why? Where's this layer? But and then fill the right and the left side that just moved out of focus, and that's probably the way I will be going. So basically is scale it like this and then fill it up. Problem is I don't have that texture, I don't have that brush. The data was lost in history, so why? So I'm probably gonna end up adding something like a vignette around this. Can I select invert selection, edit, fill? Give me a second to show me what to show you what I'm doing. So edit, fill with foreground color. So and then select, deselect, and then filter blur. I don't know. Oh, that's the wrong. Thanks. So blur. I'm not sure. This blur seems to be... Hello? Yeah, so we make this selection a bit smaller. And I'm not an artist. Usually I would have an artist like do this for me. So select this, select invert, edit, fill with foreground color. And then we deselect, and we say filter, blur, Gaussian, and make this a bit bigger. This is getting towards the way I would probably do it. Too much. Sorry. So this could be our new loading screen. So if we do this real quick and say, I'm just gonna cheat here. Yes, we could just content loading screen squarish. And I just want to save this. So I want to export. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. These headphones are getting warm. So we save this. So let's close this. We could do a full run here, but I want to take the shortcut, and we have our, did we use debug or release screenshots? And we want the 11 Pro Max. I want the product test you. Oh, I wanted to. It's the wrong build. And as I said, less talking now, more getting stuff done. So I run the test. And the first screen should be the one we want to see. Actually, I'm going to do it differently. Give me a second. Starting the simulator. That's what you get when you take a 2-week break from a project. You forgot what you were doing, and I have an Ever, and I'm not gonna sing it. So background looks actually quite smudgy in this stream. So okay, type the continue. Hit it. Excuse me. So this is what did I forget? Okay, step 1. Let's go to the debug release build, and then we do the Fiiish app hack. Remember where we just turn on the render effect, texture, atlas, activate, register fonts, overlay manager here. This is actually the one we want to check out. Remember, we just turn it on, and we'll just jump into our phase right away. But we want this on the 11 Pro Max. I'm not sure why it's rebuilding, but I'm not singing. I'm not singing. If I start singing, you will start. No, we're not going there. While it starts up, let me real quickly. Is it stuck? Oh, this is the title screen. This is actually we're playing the game behind this. So this is exactly the problem we had. Yeah, here's so what we obviously is to remember pack atlas, our old friend. Obviously, we need to recreate the data files if we change data. And this should really be dependency, so the atlas files were updated. So let's do this again. So far so good. Let's zoom this to, I don't know, 50%. My this here was obviously wrong. I should have made it wider and then my bad. This is still using the wrong asset. And I know why it's using the wrong asset, because this is a overlay. So this is not the loading screen. The loading screen is let me show you real quick. The loading screen is the this is a loading screen, and what we are actually looking at is the marketing overlay. So market, so assets overlay is the one we wanted to change. So let's just do this again, shall we? So content, not even sure why this is in, oh, because it's, so this is the one we should be changing, and here we need the version that looks good. And I scrolled, let me, in 2436 by 1125. Sometimes I miss the old days where everything was just 320 by 200, and you just knew your resolutions, and everything was always 4 by 3, and silent scream. Hitting the corner. So we need a 2 by 4 version of this picture, but we don't want to change the height, so we want to make it wider. So let's go here, assets, overlay 00 title, and just copy that to assets overlay 00 title dash square, just so we have it. And then how do I change the canvas size? Resize canvas. So we want to let's just resize this to the real size. We can, so 2436 by 1125. And you see already in this little preview that this is gonna be, this is kind of okay since we have the borders, and I'm just gonna pretend I'm an artist now. Don't pretend this at home. And I'm just gonna hardcore fake this. So select this, invert the selection, take there's a color picker. I actually want this blue here. Well, let's take this blue here. And then I say added fill with foreground color. And then I deselect, and then I do the Gaussian blur. I used to teach my students don't constantly abuse Gaussian blur. It's over abused. Why is my preview is just so slow that it's it's actually trailing. It's doing all the in-between previews. Can I? Okay, so I'm roughly gonna go to 150. So this is far less than perfect. It kind of looks hack patched even, and I'm not sure if I just want to fade to nothing, but again, I'm doing artist work here, and I just so I just overwrite the existing file, and then do I pack atlas, and I'll pack dance, and this should really be integrated into the build process, so I don't manually mess that up, but this is rare enough, so rebuild it to pull in the new assets and run it. And yeah, loading screen we said we ignore for the time being. This is now I'm confused. This is a wrong data file. Something is fishy here. So we have this data directory here, and let's just open the data directory here. And we have this marketing overlay atlas. Why is this not rebuilt? We have let's go up. We said it's assets, overlay title, right? Where did I save this? Where did I file? Export, overlay title. Ah, Krita. It remembered the file name but not the path, so yes, I want to replace this. Thank you. So this is a fixed file, and let me really quickly we don't want the overlay here. And now we do the pack atlas. Come on. So, problem. This file, the overlay 00 title, is 2436 by something. The texture atlas packet tries desperately to pack it into a 2048 atlas and seriously failed, so we just gonna scale the image to a new size, and our artist hates us anyway, so we just gonna do a bcubic constraint rescale. For the moment, I don't care. We'll redo the assets anyway, so let's do this again. So let's pack the atlas, and this looks slightly better, I hope. Yeah, this looks better. So if we go into the data directory and look at the marketing overlay atlas, and these are quite a few. So it's there, and I'm gonna redo this one more time because we have like a gazillion atlas files now because it tried to put it in, it doesn't work. Let's save it. Let's create a new one. So there should be a hey, this will never fit check, but we're rewriting the tools in Rust, remember? That's why we started this whole thingy. So this is the white version of the thingy, and now we just pack it. And now if we go here and just start this, ta-da! So nice. So now we can set the zoom back to 1.0 because this is what we actually wanted. I'm too fast for this laptop, but the new one is sitting right there. Yeah. So this is what we want. Oh, it would be nice if an artist could paint in the side borders, but that's assets. I don't care about assets in the coder. The problem now is, and let's go back to our favorite iPhone 8 Plus. I closed the window, sorry about that. If you look at this now, if we look at this now, once it is started. Oh, we did screenshots, so all the simulators are messed up, so yep. So you see the difference? Do you see it? We have the slight burn here, but I'm gonna do something else. So I want to go here, fast play, screenshots. That's the title of the iPhone 8 Plus. Which doesn't look too bad. I thought it would look worse, so let's stop this here, and I really quickly want to check the iPad Pro 12-inch second generation. Can they just give them names or numbers like iPad 2019 small, medium, big? So basically we're looking for this one here, which has a nice big frame around it, and my laptop will die now, but so you see the problem here? This is the old one and this is the new one, and now it's since the scale here is different, often scaled in that direction, and there's just not enough space. So the breathing room we used to have here is just gone, and this is still kind of on the okay side. And we can just say, okay, we're gonna live with this. But I don't want to. I don't want to live with this. So what we could do is we could say, okay, I don't know if very wide device. You're getting used to this, right? You're kind of expecting it. Bool, very wide device, and to be defined how that, if this is true. So it's a iPhone 11 Pro Max. Then show the first version here. Else, and sorry for the formatting, it's just pseudocode. Show the old Square version here, and this will fail since the pack Atlas. Let's title the assets simply don't include the Square version. Funny, somebody asked me last week why I don't use Emacs, and I said, well, I use VI, so here it is. So we just want to have both versions in the Atlas so we can load it. Let's give this a quick run. So this is not a very wide device because it's iPad Pro, and in theory we know that at startup. So we use this version, which somehow didn't end up in the Atlas. So oh, it doesn't fit. Okay. Why doesn't it fit? 2048 by 1536 should fit, right? Oh. Let's just do this again. Again, we're working towards replacing these builder scripts, and it's much better than doing it manually, but still, so it's creating an atlas. So this is better because it's creating 8. Why is it creating 8 of them? Oh, let me pull this on screen. So okay, and the first atlas, there's a big one, then there's a mixed one, then there's just this, and then it creates a handful of empty ones. I wonder what is not fitting, because we have both small overlays, and so it's atlas 0. So if we do a last data marketing atlas 0 dot atlas, oh dot, okay, So the square is in Atlas 0, and here comes the kicker. We're manually loading them, so probably we should load all the ones that have data in them. So the 0, the 1, and the 2. That might help. Yeah, so this looks better, and then for the iPhone 11 Pro Max we go to set this to true. I'm too fast. So this works too, so nice, but obviously this is just our test code. And I'm gonna do debug test oval display overlays. I'm just gonna get rid of all of this because if you remember, this is not the code that's calling it. The code that's calling is actually the create content scripts. It's this one. Can you read this? Yeah. So it's actually this line where we would need kind of the title square. So we would have a, I don't know, is white screen. If it's false, so we say if, and I'm never sure how if works in Lua, so if is white screen, then do this, else do this. And then we have to kind of, So what if we had a get aspect ratio method and say it is widescreen if the aspect ratio is bigger than, I don't know, what's the numbers here? This is larger than 2, so 2.0. Does it compile? So this will obviously crash because we don't have this and aspect ratio. So this will crash. So this is dead code now. So we need to go to the, wait a second. Didn't I have the nope. But there was a release screenshots, right? If I say edit scheme, yeah, this runs the screenshots, so this should crash now because the script is calling a method that's not implemented. But I mean that's easy, right? So I have the invisible. Remember? It's invisible here, and then yeah, so here we have the get aspect ratio fail, and I'm actually gonna switch to. Oh, can I have a new laptop, please? Oh, wait, I have a new laptop. Yeah, so this should be the same, and now I mean, we know how to implement new scripting functionality, right? Script module fish, and request screenshot distance in meters get. So we have a getter here. I'm just checking where it. I'm just gonna put it at the end. Get aspect ratio, and I'm probably gonna go here. Oh, I just need something to copy because I'm lazy. So I'm going to put it right here. Get aspect ratio ration. And right now we're just gonna lie, so let's pretend the aspect ratio is 2.3. And we just saw, obviously, we've done this before, so we have to register the script function. Get aspect ratio, get aspect ratio. So now we're getting a fixed aspect ratio of 2.3, so we should see the widescreen version everywhere. So the blue bars. When this is empty, I'm done. It's just Coke, but oh, we still have the overlay on, but so it's waiting for the continue. This is slow now. I'm so happy we stripped the white space there. So this is a bluish version, so it's using the white version, and just for checking one step after the other. So I don't know what a narrow aspect ratio is. And we're gonna fix that. Don't worry, we're not. So this should be the non-white version, so the squarish version. Let's see. I wonder if we can fix the loading screen in the same way. Let's go here. I wish there was a better way to communicate with the test script, but it's actually a UI test we're running, so we're running an iOS UI test, so we have to use UI elements, and this is a non-widescreen version. So no blue bars, more space at the top of breathing room, which is nice. So all that's missing is this here. And actually this is not a bad spot. So yeah, more cut and paste programming. Get aspect ratio, and then go here. No, no, I'm gonna go here. No, maybe we go here. And we say float fish app get aspect scripting get aspect ratio const, and then return aspect ratio. And the aspect ratios, I'm pretty sure we have the renderer here, so wait a second. I have the renderer here, and the renderer has a get width and get height. Maybe it should have a get aspect ratio, but so get width divided by get height. Both are floats, so no casting. So as yeah, I could have just typed this. I know it's getting late here. So in theory, I'm gonna set a breakpoint here just to see. I want to see. I need a shortcut button for this. Continue here. So can you see that? Did you see that? So this is in the Fiiish app. So this is oh. Programming by cut and paste. We're nearly there. We are nearly there. And I need a camera up here, or here, or here. And why the hell am I whispering? If you can see me hammering on my trackpad to double click this. Hey, aspect ratio is 1.77. So quick cheat, iPhone 8 Plus, iPhone 8. iPhone 8 has a resolution of 1334 by 750, which is an aspect ratio of roughly 1.7. So we should get a non-widescreen version. Non-widescreen, nice. So we go to the Pro Max. And the Pro Max has an aspect ratio of 1.3, 2.3 something, right? Too many simulators open here for my poor laptop, but hey, that's 4 simulators on a 7-year-old laptop. So let's see. Come on, you know that I want to type continue. So aspect ratio is 2.16. Maybe the math in my head was a bit off, but that sounds about right. So we should get the wide version, and we're getting the wide version. Still not perfect. Artist needs to do some work, but good enough for me. So kill this breakpoint. And usually I would run the whole snapshot thingy here. Let's do a git status. So we need to add the overlay title square. So what else? We changed the Fiiish app, yeah, to have the scripting get aspect ratio and the define. We added this script, we changed the OMA, and actually, let's look into this. So, okay, we added the extra texture. The next test run would have shown this, but still, we can fix it here. So the atlas should, and this should really be not 2 files, but so this looks better. You move the add overlay to the if def part, which is fine. We have the scripting get aspect ratio. We have the get aspect ratio script function, register it, and we adapted the script to actually have 2 different versions of the title screen when zooming, which is fine. And the rest is basically, oh yeah, we obviously add the square one to the asset pack. So one more thing. I'm not sure why this searches here. This is done. Let's move this down here. And did we have a to do? Nice. We didn't have to do in progress. So fix title marketing overlay to use different version for white screen versus square screen. So yeah, the store script is almost done. I mean, it's still in progress, and we have our 4 shots. What's still missing is the background face, and then some tiny stuff. I'm gonna move this down here to later. I want to do this, and I'm kind of on the edge of this. I will do this offline, and let's see. I'm gonna commit this. Sounds about right. Yeah, and I have plenty of debuggers open, so I probably have fetchings to do. Let's rebase, and I don't want a conflict here. Is it a license problem as if I whistle two tunes? Like, I don't know. But that's it for today. We did what we came for. It's been a long day, but I'm getting into Fiish again, which is pretty cool. Um, yeah, next time we might look into this. And we're not doing the chart boost update together, and I'm probably gonna move this down. So wait, oh, it's in the rebase, so this is not what we just edited. So rewind it back to the head and now reapplied our patches. So this is what we talked about. So this we might do together. This I'm not gonna bore you with third-party SDK upgrades, and I hope it will just work by magic. Mm, I'm not sure. I have a trip coming up to London, so I won't be able to stream on like Sunday, Monday, probably Tuesday. There will definitely be a Fiish stream this Friday. I might be here tomorrow. I cannot promise that. So any questions? No? Then it's lights off and my green screen goes crazy, and see you soon. Stay safe.